channel. If you guys are new here, I'm Nichole and I am the owner of Bossed Up Babe Boutique, which is my online boutique. It features lashes, jewelry, accessories, and so much more to come. So you guys definitely want to go ahead and check out my website, which is www.bossedupbabe.com, which I'll have linked down in the description down below. And also go ahead and follow us on Instagram as well, which is at shopbossedupbabe. Today's video is at last going to be yet another business video. I know that you guys absolutely love my business videos. Thank you guys, number one, for 27,000 subscribers. You guys are absolutely amazing. Literally like a month and a half ago, I was thanking you guys for 1,000 subscribers, and look where we've come. It's crazy. My video on how I package and ship my orders has now almost 300,000 views. It's insane. My business essentials video has almost 100,000 views. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I thank you guys so much. And I've been getting tons and tons of questions about how to run a business, how to start a business, things of those nature. I've been getting emails and DMs and YouTube comments, and it does get super overwhelming to go ahead and answer and reply to every single person. But I am going to be doing a business question and answer video today, so hopefully I'll be answering most of your questions in today's video. This is going to have separate parts because I can't answer everything in today's video. I'd be sitting here for like 3 hours, honestly. So this is going to be part one of the business question and answer video, and if you guys want to see part two, go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up and I will keep these coming. All right, so I'll go ahead and stop rambling and get right into the questions. I have the questions here on my iPhone. I wrote them down in the notes. Also, if you guys like this phone case, it says Girl Boss. It is available on my website. I'll have it linked down in the description down below. It's one of my top sellers. Absolutely love this case. So yeah, go shop. Shameless plug. So the first question is, how did you come up with your business name? So this is honestly one of the hardest steps in creating a business. Once you have down your idea and what you want to do, it's time for you to create a name. And I really didn't want anything super cliche, which was going to blend in with other people's, you know, business names and things like that. I wanted something that would stand out, and I also knew what my target audience was going to be and also what I wanted my business to stand for. So I came up with the name Bossed Up Babe because I figured with starting my own business, this is me bossing up. So I'm a bossed up babe. Like this is this is how I bossed up. So anyway, yeah, that's the name of my business, Bossed Up Babe. And pretty much my like core value of my business, or like the main purpose of my business, is women empowerment. I want to teach you guys how to boss up as well. So here we go, Bossed Up Babe Boutique. That's how it came to life. The next question is, what made you want to start a business? So honestly, so the next question is, what made you want to start a business? So growing up, my entire life, I've always been an accessories girl. I've loved bags and book bags and purses and things of that sort, like shoes. I mean, I liked clothes, but I wasn't like a clothes hoarder the way that I hoard accessories. Like I love necklaces and like going to Forever 21 and grabbing all the cute necklaces and grabbing all the cute hair accessories. Like that's always been me. I get excited about clothes shopping, but like not like accessories. So I knew number one, accessories was what I wanted to sell. But I had a lot of self-doubt. Like I've been thinking of doing this and I've had this business idea for years. One of my favorite number one stores was Charming Charlie. They went out of business recently, but I love Charming Charlie. That was my number one favorite store ever. And I was like, one day I want to own my own Charming Charlie. So I've had this business idea since I've stepped foot in Charming Charlie, like years ago. I was in like high school, like middle school, when Charming Charlie first came out, and I just knew that I wanted to do that one day. iPhone cases, like I've loved iPhone cases. I was like the queen of iPhone cases in high school. Every day people walked up to me like, Nadine, what case do you have on today? Because I just collected them and I had so many of them, and I just, yeah, so that was just me. So it was inevitable for me to have an accessories sort of business. And then I had a lot of self-doubt. I didn't really believe in myself, or I thought if I started this, people would think, wow, this girl's crazy, or people wouldn't support me. But honestly, number one, when starting your business, please don't look for the people in your community to be your audience. There is so many more people out there. You don't want to just focus on the people in your town or the people in your state to be your top audience, because no. Personally, that's not my top audience. I mean, I have a lot of support from my family and friends, but yeah, I wasn't focused on like, yes, I want to do this for my state and do this for my county and market it to my, that's not my top audience. I want to be international, honestly. I want other people in other states, and I want other people in other countries even to look for my products. So that's what I'm going for personally. But I mean, to each their own. You can do what you want, but I'm just saying, don't doubt yourself, number one. And number two, my success, and I owe it all to God. I've only been in business for 4 months now. I started in April, well, the end of April. So the end of August would be exactly 4 months, but God has been working so many miracles for me. My business has been such a success, and I owe it all to him. Yes, number one, once you put your faith and your passion behind something, miracles happen. That's all I have to say. You want to make sure that you're 100% passionate about your business, about what you're going into doing, and then it just is what it is. Like, the rest is history, honestly. So the next question I get asked very, very often is, how did you make your business and thank you cards? So I created the actual design in Photoshop, and this is when I was like really beginner, but I'm getting up there now, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and rebrand very, very soon. But anyway, I created the design in Photoshop, and then I uploaded it to Vistaprint. So I uploaded in my design for my business card to Vistaprint, and then my design for my thank you card to Vistaprint. So that's that. Vistaprint will also be linked down in the description down below, because a lot of times I still get asked. So yeah, it's down there. Check the description bar. The next question is one of my most frequently asked questions as well, and it's, what Shopify plan do you have? I have the basic plan, which is $29 a month. It does everything that I need for my starter business. Next question is, how did you create your website? I created my website through Shopify. Shopify has themes and like preset themes that you can go in and like change and add photos and add products and things like that. So I just took one of the themes, my preset theme, I just changed it to how I wanted it to be, and that's how I created my website. I will be doing a in-depth video on how to create a website on Shopify in the near future, but in the meantime, it's really self-explanatory. However, it does take a bit of research, and it does take you know, some time. It's not going to be the easiest thing to set up, so have some patience, take your time, give it a try. And Shopify also gives you like a 14-day trial as well, so you can give it a try, see if you like it. If you don't, trial's over. Don't continue. If you do. Another question that I get asked very often is, how do you take payments on your website? For some reason, people get really confused about this question, and I'm not quite sure why. Like, for example, if you go on fashionnova.com, you just enter in your credit card information through Fashion Nova. Like, I get people asking me all the time, like, do I take Cash App? Do I take Zelle? And I'm like, it's a website. Like, you pay through the website. But yeah, my website does accept PayPal. I think there's a bunch. If you go on my website and you scroll all the way down to the very, very bottom, there are a bunch of icons there, and it'll tell you the different types of payment methods that you can use to check out there. So that answers that question. That's how I take payments, and then Shopify direct deposits things into my account. That's how I take payments. The next question asks, does your website ship internationally? And yes, my website does ship internationally. The shipping cost is displayed when you go to check out on my website, so it'll show you guys how much it would cost to have the item shipped to you internationally. But yes, I have shipped to Canada, I've shipped to Mexico, and I shipped to Puerto Rico, even though that's technically in the US, but I ship internationally, so yeah. Next question is, how did you know how much inventory to start with? And honestly, I had no clue at all. So there were some items where I thought was going to be my best seller in the beginning and ended up not selling at first, and then there were some items that I thought weren't going to sell and weren't going to be a top seller, and then they ended up selling out. So you honestly have no idea. It's all trial and error with being a business owner, so just give it a try. Don't stress small things like, how much inventory do I order? Just order it and then figure it out from there. So my next question is my number one most asked question, which is, where do you get your inventory and how do you find a vendor? I'm gonna skip the first part of that question and move on to how do you find a vendor. Research. You can go on Google, you can go on Facebook, you can go on Instagram, any of your social media platforms. Use the hashtag feature or use the search bar there and type in, for example, if you're looking to sell eyelashes, eyelash wholesale, or if you're looking to sell sneakers, for example, sneakers vendor, sneakers wholesale, you have to play around and you have to find and see what you come across. But a lot of information and a lot of vendors are out there. You just have to do your research to find them. But I am planning to do a dedicated video to show you guys a couple of ways on how you guys can find vendors. But circling back to the first question that I get asked is, where do you get your inventory? And I get asked this all the time. And to be 100% honest with you, I'm never going to answer this question. Just because I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into finding my vendors. I've put a lot of money into finding my vendors. It's trial and error, so I can't, and I feel like I'd be cheating myself to go ahead and tell you guys who my vendors are, or to even sell my vendors to you guys, just because that, in my opinion, that just looks money hungry, to be 100% honest. And yeah, or for example, if I were to sell you my vendor and then my vendor is great to me, however you get a bad shipment, then I'm liable because I sold this vendor to you. So now I'm just washing my hands to that. I'm never going to tell you guys who my vendors are or where I get my inventory from, because you got to do your research. Just know that with starting a business, you're not going to come across one video, or you're not going to come across the information all at once. You have to do your research. It's vital. You're not going to have a successful business if you don't do your own research. You can go buy somebody's vendors list, and this person can sell you a list of vendors that they've never even used before. Now you bought this vendor list, you're putting your trust and your faith into the vendors on this list, and the vendor scams you. Now what? You gotta do your own research. It's trial and error. Test out your own vendors, sample your own products. That's how you're going to find your products, and that's how you're going to be successful in your business. It's trial and error. You're not going to find it all at once. So once you settle with that fact, now you're ready to be a business owner. Another question that I get asked pretty often is, do you sell lip gloss? That's all I'm going to say. The next question I got asked was, are you hoping to sell in store too? So a long-term goal of mine is to have my own store. I don't want to specifically be sold in like certain stores. For example, to have my products in like a Target, or to have my products in like a Macy's or something like that. I would prefer to have my own like standalone store. That is a long-term goal, and maybe I should start manifesting and saying like in 2 years or in a year from now I'm gonna have my own store, because that's what I need to be working on, manifesting things. But it's definitely a long-term goal of mine. I want to have my own store. Like I said, my biggest inspiration was Charming Charlie. That's the reason why I wanted to start my own business, because I was like, wow, the store is amazing. Like, yeah, I want to have my own Charming Charlie. So I will have my own Charming Charlie coming really soon. Charming Charlie went out of business too, so now there's plenty of room for Bossed Up Babe Boutique. Let's do it. The next question I get asked very often, even though it's right in the description of almost all my videos, but it is, where did you purchase your bubble mailers? And I purchased them from Amazon. I'll have it linked down in the description down below to make it easy for you guys. But yeah, they're rose gold bubble mailers, and you can find them on Amazon. Another question, which isn't really business related, but it is, what camera do you film with? I film with my Canon G7X. I have a Nikon DSLR, which I previously filmed with, and I was just gonna use my Canon G7X for just vlogging, but I realized one day, I was like, this quality, it's great. Like, I'm throwing my DSLR in my drawer and I'm never using it again. So I film everything with my Canon G7X Mark II. Another question I got asked a lot in my video on how I package and ship my orders was, what app was I using? And it's the Shopify app. So I use Shopify as my website building platform, and it has a mobile application that goes along with it. So I was using the Shopify mobile app. Then the last question I'm going to be answering in today's video is, do you use a PO box or your personal address for your return address on your shipping labels? So I actually use a PO box address, and I do advise you guys, if you're going to be selling or starting a business from home, getting a PO box. Number one, for privacy reasons. Number two, for professionalism. When your customers order your products, you don't really want to disclose your personal address. I mean, if you have no issue with doing that, to each their own, but I know for sure I didn't want you guys knowing where I live. I appreciate you guys' support and purchasing my products, but I definitely, as a return address, didn't want to put my real address. So I just went and got a PO box. It's super cheap to go ahead and get a PO box. I think it was like $30 for 6 months or something like that, and I got my PO box with USPS, so when I'm there dropping off my packages, I can check my PO box. It is really easy for me to do so. So yes, I 100% advise getting a PO box and not putting your real return address there, just for safety, professionalism. That's that. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up part 1 of my business question and answers video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video today, and if you did, please go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up so I know that you did. And also comment down below some questions that maybe I didn't get around to answering in today's video and that you guys would like to be seen featured in part 2. Also go ahead and follow me on all of my social media, especially my business Instagram and my own personal Instagram. That'll be linked down below in the description. And lastly, be sure to check out my website, which is bossedupbabe.com. That will also be linked down in the description down below. Be sure to check out my website, shop with me, support. I love you guys so very much. And I also am planning, if you stayed to the end, this is your treat. I'm planning on doing a giveaway very soon. And also with the season changing, I definitely want to go ahead and clear out a lot of my inventory, so I have some sales coming up. So you guys definitely want to go ahead and follow my business on Instagram, subscribe to my email list, because these will be the first people, the people who are following my business on Instagram and subscribe to my emailing list, who will know about the sales first. You guys get first dibs. But yeah, go ahead and do that. And once again, thank you guys so much for your support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.